Combo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Twisted Gaming TV for the weekly Twisted Takeover Show. This is episode 2 with 19K Fox. Let me bring him in. How's it going, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Trying to stay out of the cold. So, it's cold.
Good luck with that.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone that's watching. So we got a show tonight. We're going to talk about different things tonight. I don't ever tell 19K Fox what we're talking about, so it's always up in the blue. So let's see. The first thing I want to talk about, let's see, where is that clip? Ooh, Twisted T. Hey, man.
I thought it was appropriate for the show.
Am I going to have to sue you? Oh, man. All right, so we're going to do this. Let's see. What is this?
Oh, we know what this is.
Yeah. What do you think about this?
Arcade 1-up killer. Nobody. They're done. They're done. Just get a Switch,
dude,
right?
That's what I've been thinking about. I was like, man, this is gonna hurt their sales because a lot of people tell me they're gonna sell their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Arcade 1-up now.
I'm of a couple minds when it comes. First of all, the collection is awesome. I wish they would do this for every major franchise out there. Combine them all the different variations, all the different, consoles, Game Boy, all the way up to arcade. I love it.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like, okay, they went to Arcade 1-up. They got that first cabinet built. They went back to Arcade 1-up, or maybe Arcade 1-up still had the franchise, still had the licensing. They made a second one, had Wi-Fi, milked it like a cow for all it was worth. And now that that's over with, Konami's going to switch on over to the consoles and milk that cow even more. Milk the cowabunga, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think it's awesome. And for those that weren't willing to shell out the cash, see what I did there? Shell out the cash.
Oh yeah.
For the cabinet, it's awesome. It's a great collection.
$39.99.
You can't beat that. You can't beat that. And in a way, it could be a gateway drug to a cabinet. Let's say you get it. Let's say you've never played the arcade version. You're like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, they made a what? They made a cabinet? What?
Now another thing is, the Arcade 1-up control board that's Nintendo Switch. See? Now you can put that game in there. Booyah!
That's right. Now you got it all. Now you got everything.
Yeah, you just don't have, 4-player or whatever, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I wonder if they're going to have that, because with the Switch you can have multiple controllers. With the Xbox, with the PlayStation, you can have more than one controller. You can have 4 controllers. I wonder if it's going to be the 4-player ROM.
Hmm.
Could be.
Could be.
But no, I'm excited. I'm definitely getting it. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm excited too. Oh, and for the people that don't know out there that's been asking, yes, there is a physical copy. So when it releases, it's going to be digital and physical. You don't have to worry about limited run games because you know that company, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I used to buy from that company, right, for certain games and stuff, and it just I started getting tired of them because it would come out on digital, right? And
Mhm.
then you could get it limited run, the physical copy, like 6 or 7 months later. I'm
Yeah.
like,
That
it's
it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Because I went
yeah,
the Street Fighter 4 route. I got the maximum whatever the super duper bundle with the faux Sega Genesis shell
yeah,
case and all the stuff. But yeah, everybody else is playing the game because they downloaded it. I'm sitting here waiting for this physical copy I pre-ordered months ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I got the what was it? Oh yeah, this game limited run came out with the
Oh
River
yeah.
City
Yeah.
Girls,
River City Girls. Yep.
and now there's a part 2, right? I forgot
Mhm.
what it's called. And see, I think you can already get it digital,
You
and now
can.
limited run games is. I mean, what am I gonna wait 7 months to play it? You know,
Doesn't make a lot of sense. No.
yeah. But the whole Ninja Turtle thing, I'm very excited about that. Um, yeah, tournament fighters and everything. Very excited about that.
Stuff we never even played before, like the Game Boy games. I never
Yeah,
played those games. I
yeah,
would
because I
love to.
wasn't really a. I didn't really play Game Boy that much. I wasn't
Nah.
really into the handheld, the black and white.
I
You know,
loved the Game Boy, but I never had one. We didn't have that much money, so we couldn't just afford to have. I didn't have a console, the Game Boy console, but I would run into Walmart. I would run over when Mom was shopping. I would run over to the electronics section. They had that one on display. They always had that one with Tetris, and I
yeah.
would just play that thing like crazy.
Let's see. Limited run is a license to steal. Yeah. Okay, River City Girl Zero. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I didn't. I'm done with the limited run things. Actually, I actually got some big collector's edition of games too. Yeah, I can't even see it from here what it is, but uh, oh, it was Streets of Rage 4.
Yep.
And I got stupid because man, a lot of times I get stupid when I spend money. I
Me
got the
too.
collector's edition of Street Rage 4 for the PS4, the Nintendo Switch. I bought both versions. I was like,
Damn, dude.
and they're not even opened because I even bought the single copies. I don't know
Oh
what the
yeah.
hell I was going on. I spent like $400 on all that BS.
On one
And that
game.
was, yeah, that was stupid. That was stupid. But one thing about the limited run, especially like the collector's editions,
Mhm. Yeah.
a lot of people buy them and they flip them on eBay for stupid money. Even
Oh,
the single
absolutely.
games. I mean,
Absolutely. It's crazy.
yeah. It's just kind of like the Replicades
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
New Wave Toys. I should have bought the Street Fighter one, because when they come out, they're $149. And I've seen a few Street Fighter ones, and there's not many on eBay, but they're like $400 or $500 now.
And
I'm
people are
like,
buying it too. They're paying that money.
oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy. It's
yeah.
crazy.
So yeah, not gonna do that. Your thoughts on Gran Turismo 7? Have you played it much?
I have. So I have. It's a weird thing. I got it set up over in the arcade on the the racing cabinet, right? But then I've blown the racing cabinet apart. I still got the seat and all that, obviously. But
Oh,
the
okay.
cabinet is in the shop. It's getting finish work, right?
Oh wow.
Sealed up and all that. Rounded corners. We're gonna be. I'll be slot cutting for T molding tomorrow. But all the final fabrication back cover is going to be done. And then I'm designing artwork now. I got most of it done. I actually have the marquee artwork in. I'm probably going to actually debut that on my show Sunday to let everybody
Nice.
know what the artwork for the cabinet's going to be.
Ooh.
I'll just turn on the marquee and there you go. But Gran Turismo 7 it's a beautiful game. It's kind of odd going to the cafe and having to sort of collect these cars. It's a little bit. It's I guess it's similar to what they've done in the past. You still have the licensing. You got to go get your license to unlock different races you can play. but I'm kind of wanting to get my hands on some American cars. It seems like it's taking me a little while to get that. Now, I'm not playing during the week. I got to go travel. I got to go work. So I got to come back. So I'm probably not as far along as I should be. But I'm honestly, I'm a sucker for Gran Turismo. I buy every game that comes out, and I love it, and I play it. So, but no, it's unique. It's I like it. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, I probably have about 4 hours in it, but you know, I've been a little lazy this week. But I really like it. It really looks good in 4K too. It's.
And I'm playing on PS4. I can't imagine on PS5.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But see, I'm playing on a 4K monitor, but it's only 60 hertz. I haven't bought 120 hertz. I'm looking at a monitor right now on Amazon. It's I can't pronounce the name. ASUS. How do you pronounce that?
ASUS. Asus, right?
Asus.
Yeah.
Very good brand. Never had problem and premium quality. So right now I got a 4K Asus with 60 hertz, but their new one came out. It has the 2.1 HDMI. It's 4K, 1 millisecond, kind of like this one, and 144 hertz. But you know, it'll do 120 hertz on here.
Right.
I think that's why I've been always getting my ass kicked on Call of Duty, because I'm playing against people that has 120 hertz. And people I've talked to, it's a big difference in like a Call of Duty game, because
I can imagine your reaction time is everything.
Yeah.
You know?
And as soon as they see me, pop.
Yeah.
And so I need to upgrade, but it's about $800 for it. And it's only a 28-inch screen. But it's quality though.
But you get what you pay for when it comes to that. I mean, we all know the racket, we all know the game is going to be more expensive in the beginning, but you know, you will have that edge. Your kill rate should go up for sure on Call of Duty.
Yeah, let's hope so, because I've been doing really bad on that, even though I haven't played it in a while. Crazy. Now, one of the things I've started doing is I've started buying the Time Crisis for like the I already had the PS1 version, which I think was only Time Crisis 1, I think. Yeah, and then PlayStation 2, then it was Time Crisis 2, and then 3, and then 4. I don't know. I think that was on PS3. But I got Time Crisis 2 on the way. It comes with the light gun and everything.
Yeah.
And I need to buy Time Crisis 3 next. But they're pricey with the guns if you get like a real nice one, because I like to have the box and all the.
You got to have it with the gun con, the one that it came with. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I spent like $80 on that, and then the I think Time Crisis 3, they're like $80-$90. It's just, oof, you know. I'm trying to get all those though. So
I've got it wasn't Time Crisis 4. It was the other one that came out with Blazing something. Oh God, of course now I forget it. I don't have it with me, but yeah, there was 4. Then there was another one. There was like the final Time Crisis game that came out with. It was Blazing something. Somebody in the chat will probably tell me. But it's move controller. So, you know, it's not. I always have trouble with the second player. First player seems to be good to go, but the second player tracking that move controller is a little tough. But it's pretty damn fun. I mean, of course, you got HD graphics and all that. So.
Oh yeah. I know the Time Crisis on the PS3. I want to say they come with sensors that you put on top of your TV.
You got to have the camera, and then you got to have that, you know, those freaking glowing balls over the move controller. Yeah.
Well, no, that's PlayStation 4.
PS3. For the move controller. Unless you're thinking about something else.
Well, the Time Crisis, though, like I think it's Time Crisis 4 and above on PS3, it comes with these 2 little cameras with the box.
See that? I'm gonna look.
I've seen it on eBay. They're weird looking.
I know I'm freaking losing my mind. Come on, baby. Where you at? Time Crisis. It's not 5. Raising Storm. That's what it is. Raising Storm. It came out in 2009. RAZING. That's what I have, and that uses a move controller.
Huh.
Yeah. All games for the move controller, but I think the one you're talking about comes with the gun con comes
Yeah,
with
and
a
then it
different
has some
like
cameras
way to
or
capture the gun. I think
Yeah.
what you're talking about is actually a better technology than the Move technology. Because like I said, it's not
Yeah.
always on the ball. You know, even when you go through the calibration, it's still not quite what it should be. Yes, glowing balls.
Move controller is the best option on modern consoles. Yeah. I wish that modern consoles could come up with something else. I mean, I don't even know why there's no more Time Crisis coming out. I mean,
I mean, I don't either. And if send and gun technology is the way to go, then just go get it, or make
Yeah.
or Sony makes their own version of it, and Xbox makes their own version of it. You know, and then there you go. I mean, it's I don't know. It seems like it's simple enough, really. I mean, you got
yeah.
your little light bar, your white border around it, and rock on.
Now I know we talked about this a little last week about like games like Lethal Enforcers and
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
So I want to get those two, and I think the best version was on PlayStation 1 because the graphics look better than the Super Nintendo. But the game itself, I mean, we're talking open and everything, is like $80 starting, and it comes with Lethal Enforcers 1 and Lethal Enforcers 2. But then you got to have the gun that's called I think the Enforcer or something like that. And then that's another $60, $70 on top of that. And those are rare. There's not many on eBay. I think last time I checked, there was like only 4 on there.
It's getting tough. I mean, it's that whole generation. It's getting tough to find.
So then you're
It
talking
really
$180 to play that game,
Uh-huh.
Oof.
No, it's getting tough. Yeah. I mean, it's you're looking at if you look at the like Dreamcast era, PlayStation 2, you're still okay, especially with PS2 because they made so many. But PS1, that's getting tough.
Yeah.
That's getting tough to find. Yeah, because Sega CD. I was thinking there was another version, the Sega CD version too.
Yeah.
But that was even more rare and more odd. Yeah.
And then they had the Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo. Now I know I saw one on eBay that was the Super Nintendo, had the box and everything, the game, and it had the gun with it, and they wanted $149. But it's Nintendo, so it's
gonna hold its value.
Yeah. Because the Nintendo collectors are nuts.
Yeah, they are.
Gosh. This is a funny question. Are you getting the PS5 version of the GTA 5, Chris? That is the dumbest question I've ever heard. Of course I am. It's like one of my favorite franchise. Now that's coming out Tuesday. The expanded and enhanced, which I can't wait to see that because this will be the third system I had it on. I had Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS3 when it came out. And then when they upgraded it to PS4, I mean, the graphics was a major upgrade.
Yes.
Now to PS5, woo! I'm almost scared to even look what it's about to, about to be. But also for the people that don't know, if you have a PlayStation 5, GTA Online is going to be exclusive PlayStation for free. You can get it for free online for 3 months. Now, the story mode version, you probably have to pay, but for 3 months, you get the online upgrade for free.
Right.
So that doesn't cost anything.
So where do they go after 5? Do you think they come up with a brand new story? Do they go back to Liberty City and try to remake those, or what?
Well, I kind of made a video a couple days about it. There's rumors and leaks from this one known guy, and I mean. GTA 6 is coming out. They've been working on it for at least, the rumor is since at least 2015. They've been working on it. And the guy said that this game was going to take probably about, 9 to 10 years to complete. So that sets us at, 2024, 25 or whatever.
Makes sense.
And they're talking about it's going to be a ridiculously large map. They're saying the rumors are having it that it's going to be Vice City, San Andreas, probably Los Santos, and then probably like London, where like if you do like if you're shipping drugs or something, you're gonna have to go across the port, and you're gonna have to do it's gonna be stupid big. So, they say it's gonna be about 500 hours of gameplay. Now that's probably story and online, combined. But
Right.
I think it's going to be crazy, and I think it's going to outsell GTA 5 easy. So we'll see, though. I think it'll be out in a few years, though, hopefully. I had Lethal Enforcers on Super NES. It was a Justifier gun. Yeah, do you still have it? I bet you don't.
Probably
What's
not.
up, CT? Yeah, we all threw our crap away. Yeah. Oh, man. Let's see here.
Yeah, we weren't thinking back in the day, though. We weren't thinking like this, We
no.
What's coming up next? What's coming up next? Yep.
The sad thing is like when I had my Super Nintendo back in the day and my Nintendo 64, I had all the boxes mint that came in, right? I had them all displayed and everything. Well, when I moved out of my mom's house, guess where the boxes went? Right in the trash. And I had some heavy hitters.
That pains me to hear.
Well, yeah, because some of just those boxes are worth $100 and up just for the box, not even the game or anything else.
It's crazy. It's nuts.
Yeah. Especially like, Mario Kart, Super Mario World. I mean, all those heavy hitters are stupid expensive. And they don't even have to be, sealed or anything. So next subject. All right, here we go. Booyah!
Here we go. He's in the fold.
Yeah, so I before I made this video, I didn't know you had one. Which version do you have?
So I've got the Attack from Mars. I did not. So I was always on the fence. This thing came out and it was $5.99. And remember, rewind the clock, go back in time. Back in the day, $600 was unheard of for anything Arcade 1-Up made. And then Marvel and Star Wars would pop up on Walmart, and they were $5.50. I was like, okay, that's not bad, but I really want that Attack from Mars. And then, the day the Earth stood still is when all the prices shot up, especially on these Arcade 1-Up pinball machines. $250 they went up. So I bought mine secondhand from somebody. It was in great shape, perfect shape, and I got that. So I still need to do the hack where you get all the tables on the same machine.
Yeah,
that's coming. But no, it looks great. What do you think about it, though?
Honestly, for coming from Arcade 1-Up doing the pinball thing, honestly, I'm pretty impressed with it. I mean, the build quality, I would put probably better build quality than any 1-Up. I mean, it feels, it feels really good, and got all the metal trim around it, and no washed marquee. And that a lot of people complain about the screen size, right? But like in my video, if it's sitting somewhere, it might look small, right? But as soon as you're actually playing it, just like you're watching an 80-inch TV or a movie, you don't know it's 80 inches no more because you're focused and you forget about it.
Exactly. Yep.
So it's pretty good. I mean, I like it. But the real reason I bought it, though, is to hold me over for a little bit. I want to get some pinball fix right now, but I'm going to actually go with over time. I'm going to find me an original pinball machine, or I'm going to go with a big V pin.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I don't know. The real ones pop up all the time for certain prices and stuff, but I just don't want to spend like $7 to $10 grand on one because real pinball machines are sweet, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's just say you owned like a Terminator original, right?
Yeah.
The only reason you would keep it for a long time if you were really in love with the Terminator, which I am, but I mean, you play it 100 times, it's pretty much over with. You know what I mean?
It's expensive.
Yeah.
But full-size arcades are expensive too, so put that aside. It's heavy. Okay, well, full-size arcades are heavy too. Put that aside. The maintenance. I think the maintenance is probably more than a full-size arcade where you just got to worry about really the CRT. Buttons are pretty tough.
Yeah.
it's all the maintenance with those pinball machines. It's just there's a lot going on, man.
Oh
There's a
yeah, and
lot
they break
going on.
all the time too. Because
Yep.
I know the retro arcades around here. Sometimes you'll go to them and there'll be a few down, and they got too many moving parts. So I don't know. I'm on the fence, but if I was to go to a V pin, and spend, unfortunately, like $4,000, right? Well,
Right.
that'll give me a 43-inch playfield,
Mm-hmm.
25, 26-inch, backboard, and when you change games, it changes up there.
Yep.
And it has the feel of the feedback, kind of like the arcade 1-up thing. But dude, you could have 1,000 tables on there.
See, that's the thing. I think that I would feel better about spending $3,000 or $4,000 on that.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, look at all the first you got maximum resolution, big play field, all that, and the tables. I mean, you just however many are out there is how many you can have.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I would definitely pull the trigger for that versus even if, let's say, I found a Terminator 2 in great condition and these things were same price, like $4,000 or $5,000. I think I'd still probably have to go with the V pin.
Yeah. There's just more value. And
so.
And the only people that talk crap about virtual pinball are the ones that own the originals.
Yeah.
That ain't real pinball machine. It's just like arcade groups, right?
Oh yeah.
They crap on arcade 1-up. Those are little toys, pieces of crap, because they own the real ones. And
sure,
you get to play them and they're pissed off that you get to play them.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's that old argument. You didn't, we back in my day that's the way the conversation always starts. And they talk about how they had to go mine the freaking, they had to find these things. They had to go over here and over there, and they had to lug these things upstairs and all this and look what we did and to get there. Nobody's taking anything away from that. Yeah. These are not real, quote unquote, real arcade machines. We know that. I'm cool with it. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I can pick mine up by myself and move it. I paid $500, $600, $700 for mine. I'm okay with it. I'm fine. Yeah. But yeah, some people get all upset. I don't really give a damn. It's okay. That's fine. You had yours, and there's something about having an original, like an original Shelby Cobra versus a kit car. You know, this is real. This is $100,000. This is fake. This is $30,000.
Yeah. Well, in that arcade 1-up pinball box, that's like 96 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Did you see my short that I made or whatever? Dude, I picked that thing up and I was like, let me make it up the stairs. Because this game room's upstairs, and I carried it up there and I was out of breath. I was like, God,
that's no slouch, man. That's got some weight to it. Yeah.
But now, if I buy an original arcade machine, like the ones up here, I have to call my friends at the moving service, and it can be one arcade machine, and for them to bring it upstairs, $300 each time.
Ooh.
So I got 300, 600, 900. I can't add 1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
15.
see, 15, 18,
2,100,
21, and then one more.
Oh, damn. 24. You got $2,400 worth of
$2,400
moving
just
fee.
to get these. Yeah. So I'm not going to move anytime soon. With arcade 1-up, hey, I don't have to pay nobody.
That's the thing.
Stress out a little bit.
No, it's a compromise. And yeah, the screen, I will agree that standing way over here, it does look small, but when you're playing it, it doesn't really feel small. I mean, it's okay,
Now, CT Jason says, I found something for that pinball machine that makes it look better. I'll send you a pic. Huh. Okay. Well, wow.
Send it on.
But now, have you decided if you were going to do the mod on this where you get the other 20 games on it? You going to do that?
Yep. I'm going to do it. Yep.
I haven't watched anybody's video yet to see how to do it, but it should be pretty easy maybe.
I think it's pretty easy. I got the update file.
Yeah.
when everybody was sending it around. So you know, I can send that your way.
Yeah.
If you
Now,
need it, yeah.
I watched, who was it?
Kong's
Oh,
RS has got several good videos on it.
Cool Toy. I
Yeah.
watched him where he had a computer in his.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He
That
swapped
was,
out the playfield. I think he put a 32-inch in there too.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it took every you know
I
millimeter
know,
of
I
space, but
saw
he
it.
made it work.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Looks
so I'm
good.
gonna do the 20 games and I'm gonna enjoy it until I decide, when to spend the $4,000 and get one done. Now there is a company, I don't know if you ever heard of them, they're called Prime Arcades.
I have, yes.
Yeah. See, they have a pinball machine that's, let's see, $4,100. Okay. Has 43-inch screen, has like a 26-inch back glass.
Yep.
And it has 986 games, pinball games. And I think there's like 90 of the FX3 games and everything on it.
Oh, okay.
And then it has all the old ones too, Terminator 2. I mean, you name it, they have
got
it
it
on the list. And I'm like, wow. The only thing about that one is though, dang, their graphics on that thing, I'd have to tear them off and put some custom ones because
yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the. Yeah, I don't.
I wish they could send me like a blank one.
Just black. Yeah, just black it out and let me design my own or something. Yeah.
Yeah, because it looks hideous. Oof. Let's see. Oh, I was gonna ask you, what kind of music do you listen to?
Lately, I find myself listening to a lot of '90s grunge, alternative, that kind of stuff.
Oh, so you like heavy stuff and things?
Well, it depends on the mood I'm in. Sometimes I like metal, Slipknot, whatever. But a lot of times it's mostly like Stone Temple Pilots, that kind of stuff. A little bit of country too, a little bit of rap. Not what they're doing now.
Oh yeah,
rap,
old
kind of from the '90s. That's I guess I'm kind of dating myself there, but that kind of stuff. And alternative from '90s and early 2000s is probably what I typically will just rock. So yeah.
See, I like '80s music, '90s music, hardcore stuff, metalcore, all kinds of crap. But the reason why I asked was, have you ever heard of the group? I'm sure you have. Rammstein.
Yes.
Yeah.
Du hast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a new album though, April 29th. Yeah, April 29th.
When's the last time they put out an album? It's been a while, hasn't
it? It's been a while.
Okay.
But they came out with a new song, and the music video is nuts. Now I'm gonna play about a minute 20 seconds of it. I can't show you the whole thing because it is the beginning of it and stuff is gruesome. There's babies getting sucked. It's like a reverse video. Like, okay, you know how, all right, chat, how women have babies,
I don't. Oh yeah. Mom and Dad told me about this. The stork comes and then
yeah, well, I'm talking about the other way, but the video's reversed. So the babies are getting sucked in to it. So I can't show that part.
No, we probably can't show that. That would be
hardcore. But this is the end of the music video, but it's great. So
okay, cool.
Let's check it out. That's just the end of the video, but you need to watch the whole video. It's crazy. Like the beginning, the band they're drowning, right? And it's all in reverse, and then they come up out of the water and they're in a boat, and then there's people in the woods, that I guess represents war or whatever. It's crazy, man. But it's I'll put it. It's called let's see, what is it?
And P-Dubs, yes, I love Miley Cyrus. She hit me like a wrecking ball. I think I'm more of a fan of her dad, Billy Ray, and his achy breaky heart.
This is it. That's the name.
Rammstein.
Of the song.
Yep.
Rammstein.
I love that song back there. I guess it was the '90s. Maybe it was early 2000s. Du hast.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they've had a lot of crazy ones, like
Oh,
the one
yeah.
with the
No
seven
idea what they're saying.
dwarfs or whatever. Have you seen that one, Son?
No.
Oh man, that's
Nuts.
crazy. Yeah. But yeah, here's the song name, Zeit or whatever. But yeah, check it out and let me know what you think.
If you're German, let us know what the hell they're saying.
Yeah. I had to look up the lyrics to see what it was all about, and it's kind of like the Rapture, and those were supposed to be like the Grim Reapers or whatever. And it's talking about, life. You're not supposed to waste your time with life.
Okay.
You're supposed to, enjoy it and stuff.
Make the most of it. Yep.
Yeah, it's great. It's great stuff. Crazy stuff. What is it? I can't believe this guy said that. What is it? Let's see. Sorry, but the music sucks big time. Man. Wow.
Some people don't like to read subtitles.
Yeah, there you go. It's about death and not being ready for it. But too bad it's coming. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. But anyways, great. Now our next subject we were going to talk about, but we already talked about it, GTA 5 Expand and Enhance. March 15th on Tuesday. It's free for PlayStation, not Xbox. You got to pay for it. Too bad.
Suckers.
Ooh, here's our next subject. Booyah! This is all you. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
But you watched. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it Tuesday. I'm going to go see it with a girl. So.
Are you going to hold hands?
Well, we ain't that far yet. But
I'm sorry. I'm going to push it one step at a time.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
The Batman. So this is Sparkles, right? This is Sparkles Batman. This is the guy that played a sparkly vampire. And I was making fun of this as soon as I heard that he was playing it. And I was down on this movie the whole time. And I gotta say, so it's good. I'll just blanket statement. I thought that it was good.
Yeah.
It's different. This is and this is not really a spoiler. It happens really early in the movie. This is Batman year 2. He's putting journal entries in, and this is his second year doing this. So he's still fresh. He's still new. He's still trying to figure it all out. So he's not a pushover. He's not a wuss. He's beaten plenty of ass, but he doesn't quite have it all figured out yet. He's not the smartest guy in the room yet. He's still a good detective. He's still got, you can definitely see this guy's legit, but he's not quite there yet. So if you keep that in mind, you can let some of the stuff go, The Catwoman thing doesn't feel forced. It feels like she's there for a reason. Sometimes they put these people together and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Colin Farrell plays the Penguin. You can't recognize the dude. He physically doesn't look anything like he does in real life. So that's good. The biggest thing I've seen wrong with the movie, other people complain about, that I agree, but you got to take this with a grain of salt. They say that this guy played a good Batman, not a good Bruce Wayne. He hasn't quite figured that out yet. And I think it's because he's still figuring this out, right? It's year 2. I think he'll get better. I think hopefully in the next movie, you'll see him slipping into he acts like a different person. He's Bruce Wayne. He's over here doing his thing, and Batman's different. Right now, they're very similar. I think it's because he's still trying to figure it out. So that's good. So if you're a fan of Batman, if you're kind of open-minded to a little bit of a different take, and you got to remember, this is not in the DC cinematic universe, whatever the hell that means now. Those movies are all over the place. You should check it out, because I think it's fun. It's gritty. For the parents in the chat, there's one F-bomb and there's no sex. So your kids 13 and up should be okay seeing it, should be fine. And the last thing I will say is, the Batmobile is pretty cool.
Wow. 1 through 10.
You know what? I'll give it a 7.
Nice.
I'll give it a 7. It's got some room for improvement.
Yeah.
It's kind of relying on that sequel to kind of flesh him out a little bit. But yeah, I think it's 7. Yeah, I think most people probably enjoy it.
Okay, so between the Batman movie,
Yeah.
okay, and the
Yeah.
Joker.
Oh, the Joker, hands down, is a better movie.
Yeah.
Listen, Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, that was just awesome. What he did was awesome. And I will say this. And the movies aren't in the same universe. I don't think that's really in dispute at all. But when you're watching it, you are kind of thinking, could this be in the same universe? The way it looks. So I think if you liked, I guess that's a good point, Chris. If you liked the Joker and that movie and the way that looked and felt, it's similar to that one. Not exactly identical, but it's kind of similar. So yeah. So if you're down with that one, you'll be down with this one.
Well, see, out of all superhero movies of all time,
Yeah.
Batman, hands down. I don't care which one it is, I'd watch it. You know,
I'm with you.
The
only two I hate are Val Kilmer, which wasn't it was not my favorite, but it wasn't as bad as Batman and Robin, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, you didn't like that one?
No, it was too cheesy, man. I was like, oh, what are we doing? It was bad.
Hey,
George Clooney. No,
I love that one just because of Arnold Schwarzenegger, though, Mr. Freeze, because that's one of my favorite actors of all time.
Well, listen, even to this day, he has the greatest ice puns of all time.
Yeah. Now, which one was it with the Riddler in it? What was that one called?
So you had
Batman Forever?
Michael Keaton's first movie it was just him and the Joker. His second movie was Catwoman and the Penguin. Then he was out as Batman. So the Riddler was Val Kilmer was Batman. You had the Riddler and you had Two-Face.
Right.
So it was Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, Batman Forever. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
It had Nicole Kidman. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So
that movie gets a pass for me because of her.
So 3 hours long, right? Close to it.
It is 3 hours long. They could have probably taken about 15 minutes out of it because of just camera kind of lingering type things. But
now, are you a big superhero movie fan? I mean, do you watch all the Marvel stuff?
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. I since I was a kid, Superman movies, obviously. Christopher Reeve back in the day. Batman 1989 was like a game changer. So all the Batman movies. I really liked Blade when that movie came out in 1998. Wesley Snipes, badass, swords, vampires, all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Before Matrix. So he was kind of like before Matrix was a thing. He was doing the black trench coat, sunglasses type thing. I love Blade. Blade 1 and Blade 2. Blade 3, but those first two Blade movies, dude.
I remember those.
Crazy.
When did those come out? Was it the early 2000s?
It was 98 was the first one.
Okay,
and the second one was probably 01, 02. Yeah.
Okay. So I was 18 when the first one came out then. That was a bad movie, man.
That was dope, man. I'm telling you, because remember the first scene, the vampires are in that club, and then the sprinklers come on, and it's blood.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Out, and blood's everywhere, and he shows up, and it's all like the techno music, and he's got the sword with the silver, and he's cutting them up and shooting them with like these light grenades, and they're melting and exploding, and you're like, what? This is crazy.
Yeah. Now, have you seen any of the, what was it, Werewolf in London? It was either Werewolf in London or somewhere else. And it was, it started kind of in this club setting or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they locked the door or whatever. And everybody turned into werewolves and started killing the other people that weren't werewolves. I forgot which one it was.
Oh, you're talking about the Underworld series. You're talking about the Underworld games, the Underworld movies with Kate Beckinsale as a vampire?
Maybe. What was that called?
She's all leather, black hair, and they're called vampires and lichens. The werewolves are called lichens. It's a freaking sweet. Listen, if nobody's watched
what year was it?
Late 90s was when it started.
Okay,
so I think there were like 4 movies that came out.
Well, that might be what I'm talking about then.
Might be it, yeah.
I'm too old. I can't remember all the classics.
There's been a lot.
Oh man, Dusk Till Dawn. Good night, man.
Salma Hayek. Oh, bro.
Gosh, I've seen that movie over 50 times. That's
that one snake scene. That's it,
dude. That's a bad movie, man. Ooh, and they made a couple ones too, didn't they?
Oh yeah. Well, she was also in Desperado with Antonio Banderas, early '90s or mid '90s, and American Werewolf in Paris. Oh, okay.
That's what I was talking about. So what you're talking about, I may never seen before. So
listen, okay, if you watch, I'm sure you can probably stream it. Watch the first Underworld movie. It's Kate Beckinsale, who is absolutely phenomenally gorgeous. She's in a black leather corset, bro, with guns. She's dual wielding pistols, shooting silver tipped bullets at werewolves. I mean, it's crazy. How have you not seen this?
I can't keep up with everything, man.
Cinematic beauty.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna watch that tonight later.
Check it out.
Let you know, yeah.
There was, I think, 3 of them were good. The 4th one, but the first 2 for sure.
Now, did you like any of the Resident Evil movies?
Yeah, and listen, those are, you just got to turn your brain off. Those are just fun.
Yeah.
I
gotta write this down. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. American Werewolf in Paris. That was a really good movie. Mm-hmm. It was kind of cheesy, but I mean, it was, it was pretty good for what it is,
I mean, I don't mind cheesy can be part of the movie's charm, right? Like its thing.
Yeah.
Like it can be designed that way,
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good question. Do you collect any other thing than gaming? Do you have anything you collect or anything, or?
Well, so I found this out about me. I think I'm a big fan of collaborations, combos. Marvel versus Capcom kicked it off, right? So Marvel versus Capcom 1, 2. So I had those games. They did sort of the same thing. Not the same thing. They did another collaboration in the comics back in the 90s. It was a huge deal. It was really big. Marvel and DC. And remember, back in the day, DC was doing okay money-wise. They had the movies. They were doing okay.
Yeah.
Marvel was sucking. They were down on their money. They were down on their luck. They sold Spider-Man to Sony. That's why he's not really in the MCU still.
That's why they got the exclusive stuff.
Exactly. Back in the day, they were selling their characters off. So back then, they did something where they had this crossover. And I've got all the comics, and it was a 4-part thing where the 2 universes, DC and Marvel, were shown as like these 2 brothers that embodied their universes or whatever. And they began to fight in war. And then there was a point where those 2 universes came together, like a crossover. And out of that spawned these different characters. And one of them, I'll show you real quick. I got this one up here. I mean, dude, there was probably 20 or 30 characters that came out of this. And so when they did that, they formed one comic book company. Lasted for a little bit, called Amalgam, and this is one of the characters.
Ooh, cool.
That is Batman and Wolverine.
Wow.
I mean, the greatest freaking combo character ever. So he's Wolverine. He's Logan Wayne is what his name is. So he's got the powers of Wolverine. He's got the healing, mutant ability, the adamantium, but it's kind of the backstory of Batman. And his arch enemy is Hyena, which is a combination of Saberwolf and the Joker. It's freaking nuts. So in this comic, I think they only have like 1 issue. So all these superheroes got 1 issue, and then the universes split back, and you had DC and Marvel back again. And it was a limited run thing. But Amalgam Comics, and you can pick these up for cheap. They're not super expensive.
That's pretty
but
sweet.
This is it's just like that crossover thing. So I've collected those comics. I don't know if I really collect. I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. I got all the Blu-rays. So they came out with the VHS. I got those. Then the DVDs came out. Then the Blu-rays came out. So I collect that whole series. I got PlayStation Portables. I got all the series. I got the one that wasn't even available in the United States. This is the last one they made. And if you're from Europe, you probably know this. This is the PlayStation Portable What is it?
Nice.
They call it the Street. It was like the E1000. Yeah, E1004. So it's a little bit different. It's kind of got touch sensitive buttons on the bottom. It's like a strip. And in the back of it, the whole door opens up.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's all like matte black. So it looks dope, man. It looks sick. Right?
Wow.
But it is kind of a cheaper model. There's no Wi-Fi and it's chunky, right? It's thick, but it looks sick. It looks sexy. But this is just, so I've got the PSP Go. I've got the 1000, 2000, 3000. I also got, let me show you this. This is my, probably, I got custom stands from Rose Colored Gaming for these, but this is my Metal Gear Solid Big Boss PlayStation Portable 3000. I mean, this thing is just, it's kind of like you can tell it's kind of like a matte finish.
Yeah. That's
camo.
sick.
It looks free. It's sexy, dude.
See, those can get pricey too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In box. Yeah. They're still going for $300 easy. All day long.
Wow.
And then I got, I'm a Texan living in Kentucky, so I got guns. Some of them are given to me. Some of them I buy. Buy them. You want to pass them on your kids and stuff. So I'm probably typical. I collect all kind of stuff.
You ever gonna come back home?
I do from time to time. I don't know that I will move. My kids they basically, they all started school here and graduated, and so their families are here and everything. I'm here, so
yeah, I hear.
I don't know. I'll probably. Well, I don't know. Never say never, right? Who the hell knows?
That's true.
Who the hell
all
knows?
The kids can move out, and you say, "Man, I want to go back to Texas, man."
Yeah, I want to go back to Texas.
Because I live 10 minutes, well, maybe 15 minutes from the Cowboy Stadium in Arlington. So I'm right there. Because WrestleMania is coming up, I think, and it's here.
Oh hell yeah!
I was gonna go, but and I saw the prices, and I because the seat I'd want would probably be a couple of grand. Yeah, they
it's that much.
Yeah, I was looking them up, and I think they started at like, could be wrong, but it was like $300 going up to like $25,000.
What? What?
Yeah,
for WrestleMania? Damn.
Like if you want right at ringside.
Well, yeah.
You gonna pay, and but I'd rather just watch it on TV because, just like football. I'd rather just watch it on TV because you can hear the people talking, you can see everything, and there you're just like looking at them, like, what's going on here?
You can. I don't mind going like a regular season game because the tickets are affordable, right? They're decent, but like playoffs, Super Bowl, man, there's just no way. There's no way I would pay that.
But then the parking's like $100.
Yeah, there's just no way.
Parking space to rent.
I tell you what, the great thing about Cincinnati, well, minus this year, because see, they just went to the damn Super Bowl. Back when they were sucking, it was cheap to go see them. So,
yeah, I collect games still in their plastic wrap. Yeah, unfortunately, so do I.
What can you do?
Yeah, but it's also an investment too. So if you ever get in, high water or you need something, it's basically an instant bank account.
It really is actually.
That's why a lot of my stuff's in display cases behind glass. There's a reason why.
No kidding. Yeah, because you're kind of known for, flipping them and making a little coin.
Yeah, on certain ones, like some of them, gosh, I couldn't sell. The Killer Instinct Gold though I sold. I would have never sold that, but when I was offered $6,000 for it, I was like, goodbye. Only had $250 into it.
Yeah, why would? I mean, damn.
But now getting a sealed copy of one of those again, good luck. Because if there is one that pops on eBay, it'll be gone in seconds, and plus you're gonna spend a pretty penny on it. Not even graded or anything. But I'm just glad I bought all my heavy stuff years ago before the boom hit. Because now
it's crazy. It's not even because back in the day, no one really knew, right? No one really understood.
Oh, yeah, there's some people that
some people thinking him.
I know some collectors, man, they have probably, I would say they probably have 1,000 to 2,000 graded sealed games. I'm talking heavy hitters. I'm talking about Mario stuff, Mario Kart stuff, all the heavy ones.
Yeah.
This one guy, he probably got, if he was going to sell it, I mean, he got a good few million value in it, just like that.
Damn.
Because some are dumb expensive. Dumb expensive. I mean, you could sell one game and go buy a brand new, $300,000-$400,000 house on certain titles. You can. So,
no, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Terrible. But the next thing is when I was getting in collecting, I think I already told you about this, but I bought 2 items. Now, the guy was supposed to drop them off today because, he lives in Dallas, but I guess he was afraid to get in the rain or something. So I think he's going to come either tomorrow or Sunday. But I got these. This is what's coming. To go with, into my casino room that I already have or whatever. I think I already got like 6 or 7 slots, I think, already. But these are the new additions that are coming.
I mean, I love the Street Fighter one. That is just so cool. That looks so good.
But I had to get the Space Invaders too because he cut me a price deal on them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The Street Fighter one, he wanted, he wanted $400 for it, right? But
Okay.
if I bought both, it would be $300 each. So.
And do they hang on the wall or do they sit on the bar?
Oh, they'll sit. I mean, they're full. These things are like, gosh, they're at least 60, 70 pounds. I mean, they're heavy as hell. Damn. Yeah, they're about. I want to say they're about probably 3 feet tall, maybe.
Oh, okay. Damn. Okay, these are legit then.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
not that they don't look legit. I just didn't realize they were.
Yeah, they're the real Japanese. Yeah. Whatever the hell they call them, but
yeah.
The Street Fighter one, though, is did I show you the video of it?
You showed me the video. That thing looks great.
Yeah, and the sounds and stuff. I'm not going to show people. I'm going to wait till I got them, and then I'll make a video.
Make them come back.
But, man, it is bad. The Space Invaders, whatever. Yeah. The Street Fighter, it's pretty neat. Now, they also have a Street Fighter 5 one that you can get from, I think, Japan. But gosh, to ship it over here, I think it's like $900. But that's not including shipping. So that would be probably another, Jesus, $300-$400.
I was gonna ask, you think a couple hundred? Yeah, $300 or $400 maybe. Damn.
But the Street Fighter 5 one's bad, man, because it actually has a screen on it, and it shows like PS4 graphics.
Oh, okay.
Of Street Fighter 5 and fighting and stuff. I mean, it's sick, but I'm not gonna pay $1,400 for a damn slot machine.
That's a little much, yeah.
Yeah, but
if you just needed one, I could see spending that much. If you just you had a spot for one, and that's what you wanted, I could see spending that.
Yeah, they make a lot of different kind of slot machines though, over in Japan and stuff for a lot of the. Like superhero ones, I mean, they're all authentic and everything, and they're pretty wild looking. But my mind changes a lot. So I have a casino room down there right now. Later on, will I have that? Maybe not. Might turn into an arcade too.
There's always that chance, right?
Yeah, I'm always changing my mind. So yeah. Ooh, this is what I'm going to talk about next. I'll play it. You can see what we're talking about. You know what this is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are you interested in getting this?
I'm not that big into wrestling.
Really?
I mean, I like the old stuff from back in the day, but this will kind of make you change your mind, though. Look how good that looks, dude. This is not N64, man. This isn't even PlayStation 2 back in the day when it was all janky. The fluid motion is what gets me.
Yeah, and the video we're watching is in 720p. This ain't 4K. The 4K. I first saw like a gameplay of it and stuff, And I thought I was actually watching the actual
game or the match. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is a video game? Man. But then I looked, I was going to get, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll get it, right? And I looked at the deluxe edition, $100, dude. Get out of here with that.
But that's everything. It's like
yeah.
Here's the regular, which is still $60.
Yeah.
Or you get the premium edition, which is going to have all the DLC and all the stuff, or maybe it's like the season 1 DLC. It's $100, but they're still going to hit you for more. I mean, it's crazy. I mean,
well, I just got an email earlier, and there's another version. It's the NWO legendary one. And guess how much that is? $120.
Oh, like, that's how they get you.
Get out of here.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. Well, what if you already bought the deluxe and they just announced this, this la-di-da version that you got screwed?
They're like, hey, you got to get this one too.
Oh, man. But have you noticed, though, like on these new gen consoles, when a game first comes out, it's already almost half price in a few months.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a lot of them.
And that's another thing about digital. They're not physically manufacturing these games. So unless it's Mario, which will keep its value for a long time, they won't put that thing on sale for very much. Just hang out.
Yeah.
Just hang out, relax.
Yeah.
A couple months, it'll dip down.
I mean, 3 months, this thing will be, $30.
So, yeah, because some of these deals are crazy. Yeah, it'll drop $20, within a couple months sometimes.
Yeah, and that's. I was on Amazon today looking at some games for the PS5 and stuff, and it's just like, what was that game that I bought for $60? There was one I bought for $60. I don't remember what it was, but it's $29.99 now. And I bought it like 4 months ago.
I know.
So what I'm going to start doing is when these games, unless if it's a game that I truly love,
Right.
Screw the release date. I'm going to wait until it gets cheaper because that's just dumb.
I put everything in a wish list, whether it's Switch, which I just started doing that, building up that list, or Amazon, wherever, and then I'll just check it so often. Yeah. And hell, you'll see if it drops in price, and boom, pick it up.
Now, a lot of people get these right when they come out, just so they can do, YouTube video
reviews.
Yeah, to get it out before somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like when I did the Cruise and Blast. I thought, hey man, I'm on top of it. People already had their videos made, and I was like 15 minutes late.
But that's all it takes.
Yeah,
that's all it takes.
I was there day one. Now, what I don't understand, what I don't like about digital stuff, they're not producing them, right? And you don't get to touch it. Why is it the same price? I never understood that.
I could see $10 difference. Yeah. I mean, you've got to. I don't know how it all works because to me it makes like 0 cents. It should be like half price, really.
Yeah.
Screw full price. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. But it's just like, it's almost like the arcade 1-up stuff, though.
You got to watch it because you're right. You can have a month or two where everything's on sale, $100 off, $150, $200 off. And then next week, boom, it's all back to regular price.
Just look at the Ridge Racer. I saw on your community post. What is it, $5.99 now?
It's right back. Now it's back up. It was like a few days.
Oh,
it dropped $100, and then it was back up.
Well, it's just like the pinball that I got, for $5.49. It was only on that price for 2 days tops, maybe.
Jump back up.
But they actually sold out though at Walmart.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, they sold out of that. But there's another one on there. But see, just look at the people a month ago that bought it for $7.49, and I got it $200 cheaper. But
remember, it was $850 when they first did that initial increase. It was $850. There must have been somebody that bought it at that price.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? They're kicking themselves.
Well, just like I said on our last show, when I got the first Golden Tee arcade 1-up,
yep,
it was $4.99, And then a few months later, it was like $150 off. I was pissed because I was like, really,
Oh, hell
dude?
yeah.
I mean, but it's not Arcade 1-Up. It's the retailers.
Yeah.
Like, see, Walmart, they say, look, I want 3,000 Killer Instincts. They buy them all, right? Arcade 1-Up already got all the money from the 3,000 cabinets, right? Walmart does what they want. So, that's why you see all the prices, because they don't,
And they're looking at their whole store and their entire inventory. They're not looking at just one product. So
oh yeah,
that price may make sense in their own little algorithm,
Yeah. That's what I do. If it's a game I really want, I will go buy it. If it's really rated good, but most of the time I will wait for the price to drop. Yeah, well, I've learned that. That's what I'm going to start doing now.
Yeah.
I actually love my Attack from Mars and 1-Up Pinball. After the update, it plays. Thinking about the glass upgrade, though. Oh, yeah, I saw the video of the glass top on yours. So this make it pretty good.
It makes a big difference because that's the thing you're looking through, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get the same thing on your Arcade 1-Ups, but when you're talking about that, it's a tabletop.
Yeah.
So you're going to set something on it, or the dust is going to collect and sit on it. So you're going to have to, you're going to wipe it away. It's going to get scratches and swirl marks like crazy. And then I didn't have this issue, but a lot of people were saying the plexiglass, when you look through it, it kind of distorted the image a little bit. So when you get glass, it's glass. Hit it with a little Windex, wipe it off, good to go.
Yeah.
You can set something on it. It's a lot more rigid, and it gives it a little more of a premium feel. Some people were saying, "What are you doing? Waste." I said, listen, to me, I know it was like 70, or well, it was a little more than that, but to me, it made a big difference as far as the quality went, because you already had the chrome, you already had that. The solenoids are pretty good. So to me, that was like the only thing I would really worry about doing, really, is just like swap this out with glass, and it really adds like a premium feel to it.
Now, did you get the one that the guy on eBay sells them? Yeah.
Yep. And I've got a link on my the review that I did, but yeah, it's a little pricey, and you could you could probably get it local. Just take your dimensions. You could actually just take your plexiglass piece off and have somebody cut it for you.
Yeah, I might do that.
Because you save on, there's no shipping, it's just tempered glass is all you need and you're good to go. So,
yeah, after I saw the video of you with the glass replacement or whatever, I was like, I'm not going to touch this plexiglass right now. I'm not going to clean it or nothing.
One thing
at a time. I'm going to just move the dust off with my hand.
Hit it with a swipper or something.
Because it looks marvelous right now.
Yeah.
Until it starts getting dirty and you touching it, and
that's the only problem.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, the Switch OLED. That's pretty impressive. It is.
Right.
And I blame you for telling me and then I got it,
it's my fault. I will bear that responsibility, but I thought it was, listen, I saw the reviews and I'm like, all right, but I wasn't going to pay a scalper. I wasn't going to lose my mind. I'm going to wait. I just want to be able just to go on Best Buy, buy it, and just pick it up. So that's what I did. I waited. It was regular price. I bought it. And yeah, man, because see, my son had the original and then he got bored with it and sold it. And he's PlayStation, and PC gaming and all that. So I remembered what it felt like and looked like and all that. And then, dude, just when you open it up, the screen is so much bigger, and it's crisper and all that, and the body feels a little more stout. I think they redesigned how the controllers clip in, so it's a little more firm, and then that kickstand being full length now.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
It's great. It really.
Yeah, when I turned it on and played Cruise and Blast, I was like, wow, man, this is pretty nice. I'm glad I got that. So I'm gonna sell my original one, and then I'm gonna sell a couple of my lights because I don't need all this crap. Why do I need 6 Nintendo Switches when I'm only one person? It's so stupid.
I would keep one of the lights just for the models, to compare it. So pick your favorite color and keep that one. But all the other ones, unless you got the kids or something you want to give them to, get rid of them.
I'll keep the pink one for you.
Oh,
because I have that one too. What was the color? It's not pink. It's gosh, what's it called?
They had a lilac, purple, something.
No, it's
They had like turquoise and yellow and
yeah. They have turquoise, yellow,
fuchsia.
but the pink one is called something else, which I don't know what the name of that color is.
I don't know.
Anyways,
And they had the gray one.
Oh yeah, they had the gray one.
The gray one. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course they had all the special edition ones. But yeah, I really like the OLED. It's gonna be pretty nice to play on. I don't have it up here though. So
it is nice though. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Big difference. As a Switch owner, 99% of the time it's docked. Well, yeah.
I travel for work, so I take it with me.
Yeah, so it works great for you.
It's great. And I find myself taking off the controllers more and just kind of propping it up on the arm of my chair. And then just kind of just holding my hands in a regular position and gaming like that. It's pretty comfortable.
Trying to think. Oh, one thing I wish they would have did on it though, which they would have had to redesign the thing. That's why they didn't do it. Is I wish it was
like the port was on top, the charging port.
Yeah.
I
wish they would have did that. I don't like the bottom one because you can hook it on the charger, right? And set it on the kickstand. It's like
you can't do anything. Yeah, it's like it's all janky.
Yeah, that would have been nice if they did that.
I get it because of the dock. I understand that, but maybe have I don't know. Would you have a second port up top? So either or, maybe it's USB-C. It's kind of small.
Yeah, I never understood what this guy always says. Chris, I got it. Thanks. That guy always says weird stuff on my channel. I never understand what he's trying to say. But it is a smart-ass jury, so it makes sense.
It all makes sense when you don't think about it.
4K. Yeah, we talked about this last week, though, but Nintendo games ain't really... The games ain't 4K games.
They're not. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's not a powerful system. It can't be to be that form factor. Maybe eventually in the future. But, I mean...
I just hope Switch 2 plays these cards. Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll have that backward compatible, maybe.
They're actually pretty good about that.
Yeah. Sony's not.
No, Sony. They were.
Yeah.
I mean, when the fat PlayStation 3 came out, it was everybody's dream. You can play anything and everything.
Yeah.
And then they were like, And in PS4, nothing. PS5, nothing. Killing me, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm currently building a virtual pinball machine to use with my Switch.
Nice.
Yeah, that is
nice.
Yeah. I'm probably going to go with the virtual pinball machine. I'm still trying to think about it, though. Because
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
I think personally, if you don't, unless you got unlimited space, but if you've got limited space or you want to keep other stuff, yeah,
because they take up a lot of room. So I mean, are you going to have 10 of them?
They're massive. Oh yeah, dude, they're massive.
Yeah, I know the Side Arcade place down the road. They have I want to say they have probably 40 or 50 pinball machines. And then all the rest are arcades. They got over 130 or 140 all original arcade machines down there. And they're bad, man. Really bad. Ooh. This is coming to our last subject. Now, did you see the Mortal Kombat movie that came out last year?
Oh, yeah.
The new one or whatever?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
They got the green light. Did you hear about that?
It was only a matter of time.
One of my friends, he called me up because we seen the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie when we were 15 years old in the theater.
Epic, yes, epic movie.
So he called me last year and said, "Hey, we need to do it our tradition. Let's go to the movie theater and see it together." And we went to see this one, and then he hit me up yesterday and said they got the green light. I'm like, thank God, because it was. I don't know. A lot of people you know how when movies come out, you'll have these
Mhm.
guys, all right, and other ones, that shit was trash. You know what I mean? They'll just,
I know. I listen. Some people do it for clicks and views and all
yeah,
that. Some people take a movie too seriously.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like this is not an Oscar contender. It's not.
yeah.
I think the only thing I didn't like about the movie was the main character was not one of the characters from the game. He was like his own deal. But other than that, I love. I mean, I'm not gonna say I loved it, but I really really liked it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so did I. I loved it. I
I
watched it
wish.
with him at the movie theater,
Yeah,
and then the next day I watched it on HBO Max because it was on there too.
yeah.
It's a good movie though. It's a really good movie. So I'm happy
What
that
about what about Street Fighter? Could they remake Street Fighter in that same kind of tone? I mean, I
yeah,
think if they can do it with
maybe.
Mortal Kombat.
Now, did you see the Street Fighter Assassin's Fist movie?
No, I haven't. I started to watch. I didn't finish it. I need to watch that.
Oh
Yes, I
man,
need to watch that.
that was a good movie. I forget.
Yeah.
It was somebody on my channel that told me about it, and I didn't even heard of it. I was like, really? I went and watched it. Wow, man, that's a really good movie.
Yep.
It really is. And then they were supposed to, because it ends like there's gonna be a part 2, right?
Okay.
And they were gonna make it, and for some reason it got canceled, and then they made like a 4-slot series
Yes. Yes.
ending it or something, and I haven't seen those 4 yet, but it was off that one.
I could see him doing like a Netflix miniseries or something
Well, I
based
mean,
on
that
Street.
one's already out. So when you
Yeah. I
watch
mean,
the Assassin's Fist or whatever, then you can
yeah.
watch the 4 little things, but it was supposed to be a movie.
I mean, you could have like 8, 10 episodes. Follow
Yeah,
each character through their own thing. I mean,
it was
I could
good
be. I don't
though.
know. It could be interesting. With streaming, they can do all kind of different things now. It's not just we got to make a 2-hour movie. You can do long format, short. I mean, whatever you want. You know.
Yeah, yeah, it was a good movie though. I liked it. But yeah, more of the movies we get, whatever, the more we get to watch.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. I got a question for you.
good, because I'm I'm out on my
Are you tapped
I'm out
out?
on my list
Are you tapped out?
because
So
I didn't know
here's
if you were going to be able to do it this week. So I did all this
yeah,
last
and
night.
I didn't know till
Yeah.
today or whatever. Yeah. So or yesterday. Um, I've been thinking about this a lot.
Okay.
And really as it pertains to like not Mortal Kombat, Metal Gear Solid, but really any game, any game, period, right? We talk about if you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, they've redone all the games except for the first one. The only time they redid the first one was for the GameCube when it was the Twin Snakes, but they haven't like done an HD remaster. And I've thought about, okay, well, just rebuild the game and do it. And then I started thinking about what they did with like Shadow of the Colossus, where they actually rebuilt the game. It was a PS2 game. They completely rebuilt it in HD. So my question is, do you have a problem with them going back and remaking games in current generation for the current generation of gaming console? Do you have a problem with that? Some people say don't touch it, leave it the way it is. But some people don't have a problem with it. I personally don't have a problem with it, especially when you see what they've done with Resident Evil.
Yeah.
When they remake those games and they update them, I feel like it's the current generation of kids coming up get to experience that game because they're not going to play the PS1 version of Resident Evil.
Hell
They're not
no.
going to go back and play that. They don't have the nostalgia for it. But
Yeah.
this way they can. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I have no problem with it. The way I see it is, look, let these companies remake stuff, if they want. It's more stuff you get to choose from, you know? I mean, even like Rockstar, of course they had hiccups on that, but they remade
Yeah, no, I heard about that.
Yeah, well, it's because Rockstar didn't do it. They hired some Chinese company, I heard, and
Port
they
it, yeah.
yeah, it wasn't Rockstar's hands on it. That's why it wasn't, la-di-da.
Yeah.
Because they're working on GTA 5 and GTA 6 and They don't got time to, but
Right.
remakes, man, talk about remakes. Let me get in your head. Have you ever seen the video on YouTube that this little turd studio was trying to make Mortal Kombat HD?
I have.
Have you
You're
seen?
talking about the first
Oh,
one, right? Yeah.
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 I mean, have you seen the graphics on that?
It's crazy. And I don't get the complaints from people like, oh, it's just a rehash.
No.
I think if you're talking about a movie, that's totally different. If you're talking about a video game, I have no problem. Go back and completely remake it, even if it's taking Mortal Kombat with the 2 dimensions and retaining the 2 dimensions, but
Yeah.
maybe like the background is totally 3-dimensional and get those graphics super cleaned up, and remake the game and play the game again, but update it as much as possible, but still within that not the style really, but like the format, right?
Yeah.
Still you're still looking at them. They look 2-dimensional, but it's more like 3D.
Yeah.
Because I think when they do that and they care about the original source material, it translates into something good, I think.
Well, the problem is though, Warner Brothers don't like it.
They want that money, son. They gotta have that money.
So I don't know.
Which is
if we'll ever
fine.
get it.
Then they need to do it.
Well, I know, but like the video I seen of that, they're not fighting or anything, but they're standing there and you get the gifs of
like
it.
a tech demo, yeah.
Wow, man.
But why, if you were Warner Brothers, why wouldn't you call those people up? Why wouldn't you email them? Why wouldn't you say, listen,
let's make a deal.
We want a contract with you. Let's work together. Let's get our studio and your studio and let's come together and maybe we make the first one and we just see where it goes from there. And if it takes off and people love it, we'll bring you back again and we do a second. You can remake 2 and 3 and whatever you want.
Yeah, see, I think there was video footage of Mortal Kombat 2 they did too, where, Jesus,
sick.
Man.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Just to see the fatalities and HD.
In HD, exactly.
Gosh, on the old school stuff. But I have no problems with remakes because, kids these days, they ain't playing no Mortal Kombat 1 unless if their daddy played it and they said, hey, kid, look at this. Let me tear his head off. They don't. They're not going to play it. So if they re-release it, the games are, Now, that's another good thing, though, about Arcade 1-Up, though. Okay? They're the ones that brought these games back into homes. It's like, hey, look, remember me?
Yep.
Nobody else did it.
That's true. And you can still have them as a time capsule. Like, these are how the games were originally presented, This is how it looked back in the day. You can still have that. That's the great thing about it. It's not like you're taking the original game and destroying it to remake it. You still have the original. You just got you also have the remake too,
Yeah.
So I have no problem with it. I wish they would remake Metal Gear Solid 1. I don't know. It's probably some legal battle with Kojima and Konami, and they probably hate. I know they hate each other, but I would love to see that remade.
Yeah. Well,
might never happen.
Nobody can get along.
That's
just like the Marvel versus Capcom 2 that everybody wants. I don't really know because I don't really listen to anybody, but I don't really know what the hell the story is behind all that mess.
I mean, I don't either, because if we can have Marvel versus Capcom 1 and you have Spider-Man all over it, you do. Spider-Man's on the side, Spider-Man's on the marquee, Spider-Man's everywhere. So that means you got Disney and Sony working together, right? They're cool. They're okay. They've signed off on it. Why would Marvel versus Capcom 2 be a problem? I don't know.
I think people said there's a lot of issues with it, but who knows?
Who knows?
I think it's just stupid.
So last week I talked about this guy right here.
Ooh.
Hulk Ultimate Destruction for PS2. Definitely something you got to check out. But I got another recommendation for you. Open world game, PS2, Mercenaries. Have you ever played this one?
Uh-uh.
This was LucasArts, right?
Yeah.
Not a Star Wars game, an open world game. It's called Mercenaries for PS2. And if you're not down with PS2, they made a sequel for PlayStation 3. This game is a whole hell of a lot of fun. Open world, you got contracts, you have different factions. So you're a contract, you're a gun for hire, right? And you will contract with different countries and do jobs with them. And then that's going to piss off other countries. They're mad at you now. So you go do work for them. So now what you get to do is you get the I think there's like 4 countries, right? So you do jobs for all 4 countries to keep them from getting mad at you or hating you, you know? So you can go back and forth and you're blowing up these guys and they're mad at you, and it helps, it raises your stats over here with this country. But then it's vice versa, right? And it's back and forth, and there's warring factions and all this stuff. You want to lock all kind of stuff. There's airdrops. You can be sitting, so you could be out there middle of nowhere. It's a big open world game. Pop smoke, and a helicopter comes in and drops whatever.
Wow.
Weapons, vehicles, health, whatever. It's really fun.
I already ordered the Hulk one that you recommended. Should be here in a few days or whatever.
I think you'll like that one.
They need to do the original first 2 Metal Gears from Nintendo era. Good show, guys. Really enjoyed this. Thanks. Best gaming live show ever. Well, I'd have 19K Fox every week, but, you know, his job says no. May say no sometimes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. It's called, well, that's another thing. Have you seen these Mortal Kombat games that are modded and stuff? It's like the old ones. And have you even watched some of these videos of all the weird fatalities? And
it's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, even the backgrounds are weird and crazy. And I've never played one though. There's this one guy I follow. I forgot what his name is, but he's probably streaming it 3 or 4 hours every day. And this guy has it on ultra hard or whatever. And dude, this guy is just ripping combos, and the guy never loses. It's like, geez, some people are just crazy.
Nuts.
Everyone hit the like move. Yeah.
Smash it.
Ever see the fan edit of the Obi-Wan and Vader from New Hope?
I did a review on that. Scene, what was it called? It was Scene something. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And for, a cheaper price too, and less heavy. Let's talk about how crispy those cases were considering the age of them now. Yeah, that looked pretty good. You had a good copy on that one.
Yeah, this one's pretty good. Yeah, it's not too bad. Still got the manual too. Maybe
I need to find a sealed copy with a little silver strip and up to one.
Yeah, I'd be jealous. It's all right.
The thing I like the most though is the showed this last week, but the cardboard. The old.
There's just something about that, man.
Oh yeah.
Plastic cases are cool, but you're talking about a cardboard sleeve, all sealed up, vacuum sealed.
I wish I had one of these sealed. Gosh. Yeah. WrestleMania. Probably a couple of grand now. If you can find one. Change. Yeah. Well, shoot. Ran out of subject.
It's all right.
Anything you looking forward to in the future?
It's definitely, you're talking about Cowabunga collection for the Nintendo, for the Switch probably for me. Seems to be what I'm playing more now. I'm looking forward to whatever Arcade 1-Up's going to do. Yeah. We're hearing maybe the only new game we're talking about though is really Double Dragon, which has kind of been done before by Arcade. So
what's the story about that? Is that actually?
It's a thing. So Big Reese broke the story. He was actually asking about Dragon's Lair at a local retailer in Australia. So she pulls up the thing. So he's talking to the girl. She's bringing it. So she pulls it up, and there's the Dragon's Lair SKU. But another result, I guess it was like a search result within her store's thing. Right above it was Double Dragon. RK1-Up Double Dragon with the same release date, and it had a different SKU number and all that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So nothing official from RK1-Up or whatever. So who knows?
But that's how leaks get out, though.
That's how it always starts. That's how it always happens.
Yeah, because these stores, they'll get ahead of time of a list of what's
yeah.
coming out. And it's like, where's our list at?
Those Randy's records leaks that came out a while back, yeah, they were, most of them came true, except the track and field's the only thing. But no, I'm just kind of sitting and waiting. I got what is? I got a couple games that I've pre-ordered for Switch. One of them is actually Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. I know I've played it on probably everything, but it's coming out on Switch again. I want to play that, so. Nice. So just kind of waiting. I'm waiting for something to pop for RK1-Up. I just sold Golden Tee.
Oh, the original one.
Yeah.
Are you going to buy the new one?
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah,
I really want to. And I'm going to get a Killer Instinct. I just don't know which one to get yet. I'm waiting for more details out on the Pro.
Well, yeah, that's true. We haven't heard anything from the Pro yet.
That's what I'm waiting for. Or else I would have already bought a 3/4 scale.
I mean, shoot, they'll be probably announcing another Pro in a few months, because they said every quarter.
So I'm thinking, yeah.
Wow.
We're coming up on April, so something's going to pop. So interested to see what they're going to do. And I'm actually I want to get a PS5. I'm not going to pay a scalper, so I'm still waiting for it to become available somewhere.
Yeah, they're still hard to get, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got mine on launch night. It's when I did that live stream, though. I was trying to help people out. I didn't know you then, or you could have got one then.
Oh, I know. I was jonesing.
I was up all night, though, dude. Gosh. 11 hours straight. I don't even remember when the stream started. I knew it ended like at 6 a.m.
I knew it was going to be tough to get. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to get it day one. But then it's just with the pandemic and everything else.
Now you've heard of the PlayStation 4 500 million edition, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the see-through blue or whatever.
Yep.
Well, I have one of those. But it was another thing is it's a crazy story how I got it, because we didn't know when they were launching that night. It was supposed to go live on whatever, right?
Right.
I think it was supposed to go up around midnight-ish or whatever. Hell, I was keep refreshing on like 6 or 7 different sites, right? Yeah. Refresh, seconds after seconds. I did that an hour before that sucker came on. I think it was on Best Buy. It popped on, right? And I clicked it, and then the computer or their website froze.
Oh, right? No.
And I don't know what the glitch was or whatever, but it added 2 in my cart. And I was like, $1,000, whatever. Click. I got it, right? About 30, 40 seconds later, sold out.
Damn.
Now, I sold one of them.
Yeah.
But I still have the other one it's never been open. It's still in the plastic, everything.
I wanted to get that 25th anniversary, all gray. Looks like the PlayStation 1. That's the one I really wanted. But that one you're talking about with the translucent blue, that looks sexy as hell.
See, there's only 50,000 of those made worldwide.
Yep.
Now the PlayStation 25th anniversary, I want to say that was it might have been only 25,000 of them made. They're super rare. Yeah, it's rarer than the 500 million one. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. Dude, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they're still holding that price up, too, if it's a sealed 25th anniversary. I wanted to get one of those, too, but, I think they go for now it's probably $1,500 or something for one, just to, sit on a shelf and not touch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mike of all trades, he said 20,000. Okay, so it might be 20,000 of the 25th anniversary. But you got to think, though, even the 50,000, worldwide, how many people are on this earth? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty rare. And I learned something the other day. We were talking about how rare on the last one, House of Dead, Sega Saturn.
Yes.
I found out there was only 5,000 copies of those made for the Sega Saturn. That's why there's none on eBay or anything of the U.S. copy.
Damn, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So there's one on eBay right now with the case and everything, and it got one bid on it with like 5 days left. And it's $500 already. It'll go for probably over. I'm saying at least hit 1,000, if not more.
Damn, dude.
And it's not even a sealed copy. It's open. It just has the case and the bookends. And
what are you gonna do? I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's
there's only one on eBay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And they have a disc one on eBay, and I think just the disc is $300 now. See, when I got the one just for the disc, I paid, I think, $165, and it's already up at $300 now. People asking. Stupid. Pretty stupid.
Well, what can we do, right?
Yeah. I have one of 500 millionth controller. That's the funny thing. So I got a PlayStation 4, 500 million, right? I got 3 500 million controllers, and then I have 2 500 million headsets. Never open. They're just sitting on a shelf for whatever reason.
Damn.
Sometimes it's stupid being a collector. I wish I could be, simple and not care about any of that, but man,
It's
some
tough.
of this stuff is just. I got complete in box like Game Cubes. Oh man, yeah, it's crazy.
It's tough to let that stuff go, man.
Yeah, because it's at my fingertips. If I want to,
Yeah,
play it or whatever. I don't know. Well, at least my daughter can have all the crap when I'm gone.
See, you got something to leave for her.
Yeah, sell it all and do whatever. What she's
Buy
gonna
whatever.
do with it.
Yeah.
Over 7 billion people on Earth. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's crazy. My wife got my kid a PS5 for Christmas from QVC, some bundle pack. Yeah, see, that's another problem is I wanted to, even though I really don't like, the system, I wanted to get an Xbox Series X, right? Just to have like for Forza, a few other games that I can't get on my PlayStation. And I got an email from Microsoft. Hey, we got stock in, at their website.
Yeah.
I go on there. I'm like, hell yeah, man. They're doing bundles. Microsoft,
of course,
is trying to sell me a bundle, right? So it had a deal where, okay, you select the system, right? There's $500. Now you got to select your controller, right? Yeah, you got to buy extra controller. And one of them, is their high-end controller that's like $169 or something. I'm like, okay, so now we're already at $669. Then you got to choose a damn game. I'm like, really? So then that's another $60. I was like, screw you, I was just trying to buy the system, right?
You just buy the system. It's like, that's not enough for you?
Yeah, and you can't. It won't let you click it.
Yeah.
You got to select this and select one of the games. And all the damn games that I was going to select, guess what? Already have it on my PS5.
Oh.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I was like, whatever. So I'm just not going to get one. And I can kiss it. Yeah. So anyways, it was good having you on here again.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You're going to have a lot of work coming up, right?
Yeah, I'm going to. So Monday I leave for New York. I'll be working in the Bronx for 2 weeks. Wow. So next weekend's probably going to not be, I'm not going to be here. So who knows if I'm even going to do a live stream or not. So I'll have to figure that out. So
you should do a live stream in the alleyway.
I got a mobile setup, but it doesn't look good. You got a webcam, it's okay. But I might still do it anyway, just to put something together. So
yeah, and then you have your show this Sunday.
Yep. This show coming up this Sunday. Got a couple topics to talk about. Going to give a project update on the racing cabinet, like I told you before. And yeah, should be fun. Lots to talk about. Actually got some topics to talk about this week.
Nice. Well, everybody go subscribe to 19K Fox. If you want to know his channel, his channel link is in my description of this video. So check him out. And I appreciate everyone being on here. And we'll see you next time. So he ain't going to be on here probably next week. So maybe I'll bring another guest on here or whatever, see what I can find, and then we'll go from there. But everyone have a great night and see you later.
Ultimate Combo.
It's funny because we're still live because the button ain't working. We're still live because the in broadcast button ain't working on the thing.
We're still here, kids.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
The after show. I'm eating gummy bears.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Oh, we can't end.
Yeah, that's funny. I'm clicking the end button on here and it ain't doing nothing. That's pretty funny. Bloopers. Why is it not doing anything?
In credit scene right now.
Dude, that's funny.
It won't let you in.
Yeah, it won't work. Let me try something else. Sorry
You
about
gotta
that,
close
people.
the webpage?
I don't even know what I'm doing. That's weird, man. That's weird. Let me try to open it up another window. That's pretty funny.
Y'all don't even know what you're seeing. Welcome back to the 19K Fox Twisted 19K Fox channel, the show. It's I'm in charge. He's gone. I'm here. I want to say thank you very much for hanging out for the in credit scene, and he will see you next time.